but it seems to have frozen. Hey, we're live! Whoa, thank you! Thank you for the bits. Hi everyone! Welcome to our first episode of The Witcher TTRPG since our break, our big holiday break a couple of weeks ago. I'm Simon, at wandering_DM. Welcome everyone. I hope you've had a good holiday. I hope you've got a good week. And let's just go around the table, introduce ourselves, and then we'll do a recap of where we left off 3 weeks ago. And then we'll delve right back in. So we'll start with the person on my left. Lauren, hi.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm writing notes. My name is Lauren. I will be playing Ilona. She is an elf bard.
Moving on to Steven.
Hi, everybody. I'm Steven. I'm playing a knight named Kahir Caradwin Differnip Bitweir. And, just getting into some trouble.
Indeed you are. And then Jillian.
Hi, I'm Jillian, also known as G4 Gaming 1 on Twitch and G4 Gaming X on Twitter. And I'm playing Ariella the Witcher, who is, was going through some stuff on her own time. Definitely not going into a duel or anything.
And last but not least, Manny.
Hi, I'm Manny, aka Bag of Snails on Twitch and Twitter, and I'm playing Idruk, the mage. I'm the wizard.
Yep.
You're a wizard, Idruk.
So, Jillian, can you recap for us what happened last time in Novigrad?
Alright, so we arrived in Novigrad. We got our money. Ilona kind of ran into Kahir's lover, who he was supposedly supposed to rescue. And Kahir admitted to being in love with Ilona instead of her. And then we heard about this big auction going on where there's that evil book. So we went to go to that. Edric won a card pack that no one else wanted. Kahir got mad at someone and demanded a duel. And also Lauren performed for everybody. Totally think it's simple. Simple as I got it.
It's pretty much what happened, yes.
And also the lover got the book.
Braith was her name. She managed to outbid you on the book and decided to leave with it, telling Ilona that she didn't really care about what was happening, and that she had no skin in that game, as it were, and that she was just trying to make a profit off of the book. You remember, well, maybe not you out of game, but at least in game, you remember she came aboard a ship that is currently docked in Novigrad, and she'll be leaving in the morrow with the tide. Kahir was called to a duel, and he left. Or he challenged someone to a duel, I'm sorry, and left the auction. And, the other party, the challenged party, decided to not take part of it, handed the bracer back to Idruk, and left as well with Braith. There's a few other things that happened. Ilona met a friend who inadvertently, or due to their, not really paying attention to anything, bid and won a pair of cursed boots. They promptly went back to the brothel they were staying in, and, hopefully, we're hoping that Ilona will be able to handle that too, or at least, I don't know, throw the boots out the window. Yes, it was, his name wasn't Sir Fabio, but I think we can call him Sir Fabio. I don't think
We didn't give him a name.
No, I think that was the whole point, is Ilona didn't need to know his name.
mean, she would have wanted to know his name. She didn't like.
You didn't want to
She
get.
wasn't. She wasn't just like. She wasn't looking for anything other than sex. But he's dumb and sweet. So.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
But she would have learned his name.
All right.
She's not like she's not. She cares about people.
What if we call him Faye?
Oh yeah,
Young?
Sir Phonar. That's what it was.
Phonar.
Phonar, like Gunnar, but
Oh. Yeah, bro. I only have.
we literally didn't give him a name, so it can be any name you want in the world.
Well, let's go with Sir
Apparently-
Phonar. Sir Phonar, now the proud owner of the Dead Man's Boots. And we're gonna pick back up the next morning. The three of you, Kahir, Ariella, and Idrik, were staying at the Black Stallion. And Ilona was staying on her end of the town with the upper classes at an establishment called, gosh darn, I forgot the name.
It's okay, it's fine. Don't look it up.
That's
There's
an
too many
interesting name.
boobs.
Yeah, but the name doesn't have boobs in it. Well, hopefully, it's called the Passiflora.
Passiflora.
And I think we'll start with Ilona.
Okay.
With her waking up after an evening of drinking and performing at the auction. Of course, Sir Phonar went to sleep a long time before you even got to the to your room.
Oh, I imagine that because Alona was quite drunk, so I imagine that like a very nice Sir Phonar had to like carry a very sad drunk Ilona home.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I think throughout the time that he was escorting you back to your room, he never shut up about his boots.
Yeah.
He is so proud.
So Alona is like kind of awake, sitting on the bed, like half dressed, with her notebook, like crossing things out and like tearing out pages and crumpling them up and throwing them out off, and yeah.
And you hear Sir Phonar yawn and stir awake. He has been sleeping all night with his boots on. And he goes, "Oh, good morning, my lovely. You're up early."
Yes, I was ill. Couldn't get back to sleep.
Well, I slept like a babe.
I'm-
Even in these boots, they're very comfortable.
Yes. I wanted to talk to you about those boots.
You like them too, don't you?
Well, I do, but that's the problem, really. You heard their name, right?
They belong to some dead guy, but I mean, he's not coming back to get them.
They're called the Dead Man's Boots, and apparently, whoever owns them, will get enough enemies that will kill them. I think was what the auctioneer said. And considering they were selling other magical items, at that auction, I would just be careful.
Oh, they're magical. Oh,
Not
that
in
is
the
even.
not in the good way.
And he
I think
starts
they-
stroking the boots.
I think they may be cursed. Also, they don't fit you very well, and you might get blisters.
What are you saying? They don't fit me. They fit my feet perfectly. My toes are curled just right.
That's not how boots work. Yeah.
That's gonna be a weird role, but you know that fashion skill that
Yeah.
exists? Yeah, can you
Yeah.
roll a fashion roll?
I will roll grooming and style.
Grooming
Indeed.
and styling.
I'm really good at it, by the way.
What the Oh,
I'm
I forgot about this game. I
su-
forgot this game was
I'm
the
super
everyone
good at it.
succeeds all the time. Yeah, sure. Whatever DC I can come up with, it doesn't give a damn. He looks at you and says, well, you will know more about fashion than I mean, you being an elf after all. What do you think I should do? Should I turn them into sandals? Should I? And as he talks, he's like slowly removing one of the boots. So you know that whatever you're doing seems to be working, despite the enchantment probably not having set in
Okay.
full yet.
Well, I think they would make a lovely display piece in your new home. You could put them on display for everyone to admire, and then you would still be the man with the most beautiful boots in the world. But you wouldn't be in so much danger.
You make sense. But then wouldn't that defeat the whole purpose of having boots? What should I walk in?
Well, your regular boots.
Ah, they're ugly.
Oh, no. They suit you just fine. Besides, you're a wealthy, titled knight now, and what better sign of wealth than having a pair of boots in your home that you won't wear?
You do know how to talk to a man. I'll give you that. And he takes off the first boot completely. And he starts taking off the second one. But he's not taking it off just yet. And then he looks back at you and says, but then wouldn't that mean that people would try to get into my home and kill me nonetheless?
No, I think you should be okay. I think it's the wearing of the boots that's a problem. I do know a mage. We could ask him.
Well, up until yesterday, I thought all magic was ugly and dangerous, but clearly if magic produced these boots, there might be some nice-looking magic out there. Sure. And he takes off the other boot, puts it down next to the bed and says, let's go see your mage friend. Maybe he can magic me something flashier.
I don't know if that's how it works, but yes, I have a duel to stop actually, so we should probably go.
Wait, a duel to stop? Let me get my sword. I can protect
No.
you. It's He starts rummaging through his stuff.
Okay. Ilona will also grab her stuff, and she's like, he all saw her wearing before, like her bow and her sword. And, like, packs up her dress, very, very nicely, but keeps the dragonfly pin in her hair. Puts it back on because she doesn't have like a box for it or anything, so she's just gonna wear it.
And he says, who do I have to smack around for you? Who dishonored your name?
Nobody dishonored me. I'm just...
Oh.
It's a friend who's going to get himself killed, maybe. And I want to stop that.
A man friend?
I have several friends who are men.
But, I mean, you and I, we're special friends.
I had a very lovely time with you, yes.
Well, if your other lesser man friend needs help defending their honor in duel, I can assist.
I suspect he won't. He's very adept.
Well, then perhaps I should come see and judge for myself. After all, we need to go see your mage. Your mage friend is a man friend as well, is he?
Yes, he is a man.
Clearly,
I'm not sleeping with either of them.
Of course, because I was better than the other two.
Because they didn't want to sleep with me. It's never mind.
I
Let's
have the attention
go.
span of a goldfish and the intelligence of a kitten. An ego to boost. He takes his stuff and leaves with you. Away we go. You notice as you leave the room that he left the boots next to the bed. And they are gorgeous. Elven filigree on the side. Gold trim.
I'm
all
not
around the
taking the
laces.
boots.
No, but it's like they're singing to you.
Okay.
And you notice it. What I'm describing is something that Ilona notices. That
Oh, it's like a magical.
yeah,
effect.
it's like a compulsion. Even despite the fact that you know they're dangerous, the simple fact of looking at them, sort of like it's like a siren's call. But you quickly just close the door and leave. Meanwhile, this morning at the Black Stallion, down in the cellar where the meat hooks are all arranged, and there are big pieces of pork ribs and like an entire cow leg hung to dry and to smoke. We see Kahir, hands wrapped in linen bandages, punching at the meat to the sound of Eye of the Tiger. No, but what does Kahir do this morning to prepare for his duel?
I think when we first see Kahir, he's got like a piece of parchment and a quill, and he's writing a letter.
Not the montage I had in mind, but sure.
I know, right? He's probably already suited up, his sword at his side, and yeah, he probably borrowed like some paper and a pen, and he's writing and just finishing a letter and folding it up, standing up from the desk.
All right, you each had your. Just remind me to make sure you each had your own private rooms at the Stallion, right?
I think so.
Yeah, Ejek paid for them and then bemoaned how much money it was.
Well, it wouldn't have helped trying to outbid the book anyway, for what it's worth.
Oh no, he bemoaned how much money he spent well before he ever went to the auction house.
Do you take the
That's
letter
why I got
with
the bargain card.
Yeah, I take it with me. I hide it in my sleeve, and I think I'm going to go see Edric.
All right. Well, then we'll do Edric and then Ariella. Edric, right before someone knocks on at your door. What do you do? Like in the few minutes between waking up and Kahir knocking at your door.
Let's see. Edric would have spent. He would have gotten very little sleep last night. With the book having been stolen, he would have turned his sights to the book that they already have, to try and study it, to see if there's any clues as to what the other book might have contained. Because before, when he first saw it years ago, he had only given it really a passing once over.
Mm-hmm.
But this time he's kind of going more in depth about the rituals and such. So he would probably be up early and have been up late as well, reading the book.
You read through the whole book. I'm going to ask you to roll to make a magical training check.
Okay. That would be in profession skills.
Yep, it is your special withered. Nobody fails. Oh, it's a 27. Yeah. So, here's what you know of the book, and you've also managed to avoid a lot of the magical traps and pitfalls within the book itself. The inscription, the weird magical inscription at the back of the book, is what you would consider something of a like a fingerprint belonging to, like a magical fingerprint belonging to Triss Merigold. It has her name, and it also has a warning to any that would read or steal this book, that they will inevitably attract her wrath, and they should bring it back as soon as possible if they value their lives and those of their loved ones. The rest of the book is not entirely translated. The farther you got into the book, the less notes in the margins and in the empty spaces on the pages there are. So it seems like translation was done from the start, and then either nobody had any idea what to do with the rest, or the book changed hands, and thus the other party wasn't able to translate the rest. But from what you know, it details... It is not what the other mage told you about. It is not a means to conjure a portal, a small localized conjecture. I have conflagration, but no, it was the conjunction of the spheres. Thank you, the conflagrations of the sphere. A localized conjunction. It is that thing, and whatever it is they summoned was one of the pitfalls of the book, one of the traps, the many, many traps in that book. The book itself seems to detail a powerful ritual that can either call upon, hinder, or send away a being of tremendous power that was sealed ages ago by the first or second generation of wizards, of mages. You've seen the name written here and there in the book, and it's now burnt in your mind. The name Baba Yaga.
Okay. With this kind of information kind of coming up, Edric would have a separate piece of parchment with notes that he'd be writing, just kind of jotting down the important information, not like how to's or anything like that, but like, this is what this book contains, this is what it's about. Like, if there's like these are the portents of Baba Yaga's return or anything like that in the book, like he would write those down as well. Because with a magical artifact like this, the less fiddling he has to do with it in the future, the better.
You know that this book is one of several. Actually, one of 8.
8. Do I have any idea if they're all 8 identical books, or does each one contain something different?
Each one would probably be different. Each one was given to one of the 8 original let's call them cultists. They don't call themselves in the book, and the book never refers to them as such. But whoever originally penned the manuscript, penned this book, there were 8 of them. And all 8 of them have one piece of the puzzle, of the ritual. You don't know if they used it originally to seal Baba Yaga away, or to try to call Baba Yaga to this plane of existence. Or maybe Baba Yaga always was here, and this ritual was either to bind her or to help her. That's never made quite clear. Several depictions in the book, though, do refer to them as the crows. 8 crow. And each one of them, in order to learn the secrets of Baba Yaga, had to pluck out one of their eyes. You kind of get where I'm going with this.
Okay, Vecna, calm down. Yeah, all right. So that's...
Oh, wow. I never thought about the similarities. Oh, shit.
You see Vecna everywhere when she starts.
Let me rewrite the campaign. And so you also have to chop off your hand. No, but it's just that. 8 crows, they call themselves.
Edric probably mutters something to himself like, what is it with the dark magic and self-mutilation? And is then like startled by a knocking on his door. Yes?
I'm interested to know which one of us is arriving at Edric's room.
No, it's you.
Cool. That worked out well. Psst. Hey, Edric.
Yeah, you can come in. It's fine. And he's
Cool.
gonna look in his bag.
Kahir walks in kind of like withdrawn, and he stands just a few feet in front of Edric, and he says, I have that duel today.
I tried to find you last night, and he hands you your bracer. The woman talked him out of it. So that is no do.
That's too bad for him. If he doesn't show, he ruins his honor.
Is that how it works? I don't know. I thought the duel was just cancelled.
Yeah, I think Kahir kind of laughs when you say that, and he says, "Well, anyway, I don't know if you were planning on coming. I'm not sure if that's your type of thing."
Well, I thought they probably should. Healing magic and all that. Just in case. I mean, if he bleeds out, who cares? But, people around here care about you. So,
It's funny that you mentioned that, because I wanted to tell you, Edric, I think you're a good friend. And I'm sorry for what I said about mages.
Edric's just gonna reach up and check his forehead. Like, is Kahir feverish at all?
No, he's not.
Are you feeling okay?
I've just, in the last day or so, come to some senses. But anyway, I didn't come to chat for long. And he reaches in his sleeve and he grabs that letter and he says, I don't want any of your healing. If something happens to me, will you give this to Ilona?
Yeah, I can do that, but only in return for a trade. And he's gonna dig into his bag, and he's gonna pull out the priceless cheese wheel card. Not the cheese wheel card, but the dairy card, the cow card that he got from the auction, and he's gonna hand it to Kahir. I don't trust this in my pockets in the streets of Novigrad, and I'm already going to be entrusting Ari with my gold. So I need you to watch this, and then give it back to me when we leave the city.
All right.
And then trade.
He takes it and he pushes it up like between his bracer and his sleeve, so it stays nice and flat.
Thank you.
Except if you sweat on it, it loses all of its value.
It's in a thing. It's in
Yeah, that's true. It's in a thing. It's
in
yeah.
a little sleeve.
Let's all remind everyone at home that Gwent is so important.
Gwent is like the most important thing to Edric.
Gwent is life.
Magic. He's
Be
like,
more important than the love of his life? Jeez.
I didn't say it. You did. But he takes the letter and he very clearly he makes it an effort to like show that he's not going to read it and tucks it into his bag. Says, just don't bleed on it.
Okay. And I think he just kind of turns and leaves.
All right.
That was weird.
While this is happening, Ariella, what do you do this morning?
So, I'm going to do something more unique. I'm actually going to leave the Black Stallion before the sun rises and probably go to either like the port or something in Novigrad to get a good view of the sunrise.
Sure.
Yeah, so she's gonna do something she hasn't done in a while, which is to watch the sunrise. It's kind of a tradition of Ariella's, who for her it signifies the start of a new day and a new moment in history.
Moment that you did not really get to have until today.
No, she has not had that moment in a while.
And it is, I mean, the port of Novigrad is, let's call it well maintained for what it's worth in this world. There are numerous vessels docked at the various docks that line up the port. You see stevedores packing and unloading and unloading ships of their cargo. Even at this early a time of day, they are already at work. And you notice this big 3-mast black and gold ship from Nilfgaard that it dwarfs any other ship in the vicinity. This vessel was made to intimidate rather than, it might not be that functional, but then again, you are not necessarily well versed in the maritime arts.
Probably not.
The sun rises, and whether you like it or not as a witcher, you keep an eye out for trouble, right? So anything that's seemingly out of the ordinary, you kind of pick up on it.
As all witchers do.
And you notice, because of your witcher senses, on the deck of that ship, that Nilfgaardian ship, you see a hooded figure, probably a woman. You surmise it's probably Braith, hand over a wrapped package to another man. Looks like maybe a traveling merchant. He's dressed in utilitarian clothing, wears a... It's not even a hood, like it's not a full hood, it just barely covers the back of his head, basically, like up to his ears. And he takes it, bows a bit, and then hands her over a large pouch of something.
Probably gold.
Probably gold. And he leaves with it. And there's one thing you notice is that this traveling merchant fellow is wearing an eye patch. They have an eye missing. Wearing a red eye patch.
Okay.
And they leave with it. This is the only thing that you saw, and this was after the sunrise. So you had your few minutes of calm and somewhat meditative moment watching the sunrise, and then your eye was caught by that sight. And shortly after this person leaves, you have 3 soldiers that also leave and seem to take the same way, go the same way, or the same direction at least, that this person is heading to.
Interesting. I'll just take out my small notebook. I'll just remind myself this happened.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Ari's really in the mood to follow people and get herself in trouble. She was just here for the money, not causing trouble today. She's just gonna head back to the Black Stallion.
Sure. As you head back, actually, you do encounter Kahir and Idrik coming out of their rooms.
Well, good morning, gentlemen.
Kahir gives her a nod and keeps walking.
Do I? Wait, I don't even know emotions. So this is fine to me.
Yeah, this is just, okay, sure, he's got stuff to do.
Yeah, he's got stuff to do. I don't really care.
Yeah, Idris gonna follow him because he's headed to the duel, I guess. But like on the way, Idric's gonna pull out the teeth that he got from the Dark One. He's gonna hand them to Ariella. Say, I don't know alchemy. I've been meaning to give these to you the last couple days.
Thanks. I'm sure these will come in handy. And I'll just put them in my alchemy pouch.
Yeah, there's 5 of them.
Yeah, five of them teeth. They count as vampire teeth, by the way.
Nice. Keep those handy.
Yeah.
Just put it.
Do you, Ariella? Do you follow Idrik to and Kahir, or you remain at the stallion for the time being?
I'm gonna follow them. I got nothing else to do.
All
Plus, I need to talk to Idrik at some point today.
right. Good.
I got nothing else to do.
Kahir.
Oh, it's good. Since I can't get to Kahir, but I'll tell Idrik about what I saw at the port.
Sure. Yeah, Kahir is walking rather fast this morning with a purpose. And Kahir, as you exit Novigrad and walk to the field where you remember when we talked last time about dueling, you know that you have to be a certain distance of the city walls to make sure that it doesn't count as being within the city limits, so that while still illegal, it's not necessarily people are going to turn a blind eye to it because it's not their jurisdiction for the most part if guards are called or what have you. And you notice a lone figure standing in the field.
Do I recognize this lone figure?
Yes, it is not the Mr. What's his face.
What's his face?
Yeah, I need to find the.
He
I think
deserves to be called
that's
What's His Face.
Lord What's His Face.
Yeah, it's Lord What's his face, but it's 2 seconds.
Lord, what's his face of blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah.
No. I'm gonna
This is
find
what
it. I
happens
just
when
need
you
to do
take a
it.
break.
Yeah.
You forget where you put your notes.
Yeah.
Well, it's because I have notes in a wiki. But the thing is sometimes I just put them in different pages and I forget to link them together because to me it, at the time it makes sense. Doran, Lord Doran.
Yep.
Dorin.
So it's not him.
It is not Lord Doran. It is Lord What's His Face. No, it is a tall, slender, elegant figure waiting for you. You recognize her. Someone from your recent past. It is Alona.
Lona is not tall.
It is a small figure. It is a small. So just think of it like there's a tall figure and then the camera just turns quickly around, swivels, and then there's Alona standing like a few feet
It was just
away.
the way like she was on the hill.
Yeah, that's it.
Little distortion.
She was standing
there.
on a rock
Such a
and then she
distance.
just steps down and
steps down.
you're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes absolute perfect sense.
But it is Alona. She is the only person here for the moment.
I think Kahir walks up to her and says, I didn't really expect to see you here.
I took an oath. I'm here to act as your second, if you'll take me.
Ilona, I've told you, you owe me nothing. And I think you made yourself pretty clear yesterday.
No. Here, that's not. It's not that I don't want it. But I cannot give you what you want, what you deserve. But you are still very dear to me. And it would break my heart if you sent me away.
I do not wish to send you away, but there's no reason for you to fight.
There's no reason for you to fight.
I have something I have to finish. I started it 2 years ago, and it's just time that it comes to an end.
And what will it solve?
Perhaps it'll bring something new into my life. Perhaps this end will be another beginning. Or perhaps it'll just be an end. And I'm okay with that.
I'm not here. I can't let you do this.
Maybe we just misunderstood each other.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Perhaps I shouldn't have said what I said.
Is it true?
It's true. But I have
Okay.
something I have to finish, Ilona.
Why does it have to finish this way?
Because I'm a man of my word. I swore an oath as well, not to rest until that man was dead. And perhaps today I'll have my end.
Sorry. Well, if you must honor your oath, then you must let me honor mine.
I knew you were going to say that.
I will not let you die this day, Kahir. I swear it by the hills and the grass and the sky and the river and the sea. I will not let you fall.
Perhaps we should just let fate decide.
No. I will not bow to fate, not again.
So why is it now that you care?
I've always cared, Kahir.
I don't know.
Kahir. I have already been in love. I cannot fall in love again, and you are so wonderful. So good and kind. You deserve somebody who will love you with their whole heart. And there is already a piece of my heart that belongs to somebody else. But that doesn't mean that I don't care and that I don't love you in other ways. I'm so sorry that I hurt you. I thought when you refused me all that time ago that this would never come up.
I did it because I cared. Now, where's Lord's what's his face?
As you say this, you notice 5 people come in your way. 2 of them are Idrik and Ariella. They seem to have been here for a few minutes already, but they've given you some space. But the 3 others are just pushing past them. They look like, well, guards, really. Though they are heavily armored, they're not wearing full plate mail, but they are wearing, all 3 of them, a breastplate with holders, a helmet, mitts, and leg guards. And they make their way towards you. And all 3 of them, of course, their faces are hidden by visors. And as they approach, they all 3 put up their visors, and you notice there's Lord Doran there with 2 house guards. And Doran says, Jillian disappeared.
The scene, it was just so intense. Destroyed her internet.
Okay, you're there. Cool.
I'm so sorry.
It's alright. Everyone's still in their place, so we're good.
Okay, what did I miss?
Well, the 3 guards lift their visors. One of them is Lord Doran, who says, My wife would have never let me do this, so let's get this over with, so I can go back to the ship before she wakes up. Are you ready, brigand?
You gave the bracer back? I don't think this is a thing anymore.
Son, the day you get married, you'll understand. My honor and the honor of my wife is worth more than a pathetic gesture of challenge.
He just sent you.
You did just send me. Kahir, when you kill him, can you do it balls first?
Okay. Here's a little surprised.
Lord Doran says, and he doesn't even look at anybody else but Yuki here, and says, a duel to first blood. We'll begin with that, and if there's any metal in you, we'll see if we prolong the duel. I would hate to kill a coward.
Kahir draws his sword and says, I think in the end, there'll be more metal in you.
Your pun kills him. Outright. There we go, it's over. Game over, folks. Kahir, draw your sword. Roll for initiative. Do you remember initiative?
Secretly, I'm real scared.
I would also like to roll for initiative. I'm not going to act yet, but I want to be in the initiative order.
I would also like to be in the initiative
then
order.
in that case,
I do not want to.
Okay, for those of you that are
like a melee.
For those of you that are outside the duel, don't roll for initiative. If you want to intervene, just let me know. I'm really just checking initiative between Kahir and Lord Doran to see who acts first between the two of them. But yes, if you want to intervene at any moment, you just tell me. And it's the moment when you guys intervene. Unless you want to intervene before anybody draws their swords. In this case, yes, I would need to ask for initiative.
No.
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna watch this, and
No
I'm just gonna
problem.
watch this.
Ah, 9.
Haha.
So,
Here goes first.
swords drawn, you are about 20 paces apart. He salutes you in a very dry Nilfgaardian fashion. So it's just, sword up, guard to the nose, and then swipe to the right, and he puts himself in an offensive posture.
I hate going first.
Well, you can delay if you want.
I guess I'll attack him.
All right, but how?
We'll do some quick jabs. I'll just do the fast attack.
Fast attack. All right. You're not aiming for any body part in particular or what have you?
Nah.
All right. Then by all means, fast attack me.
Was that just a swordsmanship roll?
It's a swordsmanship roll. If you're not doing anything special, it's a swordsmanship twice because you've got 2 attacks.
It has an input for extra action.
It is if you wanted to. So after your fast attack, if you want to make a third attack,
Oh, okay.
that would be your extra action. But then this one has penalties because you're exerting yourself. A 24 against my own, which would be... He's going to attempt to parry your attack. I was... Thank you, Chris. I was Alt-Tab, and this sound effect just startled me. Alright, so... attack roll is his swordsmanship plus his reflex. So let's see if I can do something here. 20. It is a hit, but not a critical hit. Do you just want to roll for your second attack right away? So we know the next one is going to try to dodge out of the way. Yep, so he'll barely block, like try to deflect the brunt of your first attack, though you still will hit him. And then the second attack, he'll try to sidestep you to your left, but you'll be able to jab him again with your sword. Can you roll for damage, please?
2 times?
2 times, yeah. There's nothing special. It's not a critical. It is just regular damage.
There we go.
His reliability. He didn't lose anything. Okay. Let's start with armor. What's my HP? It's body and will times 5, right?
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Let's hope my math is alright. Oh, screw first blood. You hit him with your first attack. Do you want to... where did you hit, though? Oh, it didn't roll. Can you roll twice for the location? There's like a little button on your character sheet for location.
Oh yeah, you're so silly.
It's in the quick roll buttons on the skills. It's right underneath the critter fumble.
Where?
Yeah, where your crits and fumbles are.
It's in the.
It's on the first page with all your skills.
Yeah, it says quick roll down where initiative is, stun, death save, quick.
It's a little red box.
Yeah, little red box.
There we go.
5
Thank
and
you.
7.
Right arm and right leg. Wow, that makes sense too, actually. So both of them will deal half damage after armor is taken into account. So 30 minus...
It's 15 for the first one. Because it's half.
Oh, no. It's you remove the armor first, and then it's half. So, and then
okay.
there's damage reduction. So I'm doing all the math in the background here.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It basically means that, regardless of how much you roll, sometimes armor can be enough. Armor can make a greater difference in this instance because it's taken before you divide it. So, ow, that hurts. That hurts. The first one hurts a lot, and yeah. So you care to describe to hear how you stroke his right arm followed by his right leg.
I think I just kind of charge him, and then he parries just a little too high, and I stab him right under the.
Is it
Right
first
under.
blood?
It was first blood.
Yay! He wins the duel.
So you
first-
struck. You struck under his arm, and then he tried to pivot around, and your sword just came back down
Right.
onto his right thigh, and he winces in pain. In pain, he says, "Ah, well, looks like the cur can fight after all."
I'm like, you remember how this works, old man?
Make me a. That would be like a goading check. How would you goad someone?
Intimidation.
Intimidation.
Yeah, make an intimidation roll versus his resist coercion.
Is there even an intimidation skill?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is.
It's in,
There is.
it's in
I
will.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
know Bill.
Right, it's not
I
a
know.
charisma skill.
Yeah,
So
it's one of the
no.
only social skills that Ilona might not have.
I don't. I have 0.
I'm good at it. I'm sort of good at intimidation. No, I'm not. I have 0, but I
Ah!
can this one.
He jabs his sword into the ground and looks at you and says, "Oh, this old man's about to teach you a lesson. To the death it is!" And he goes for a overhand, a overhead slash.
At first, when you said you jammed your sword in the ground, I was like, are we going to box the rest of the time?
Oh, no. To the death it is. And he picks up the sword, which is an elven messer, and
Cool.
slashes, overhead
I think I'm going to
slash.
try to dodge, sidestep.
He is aiming for your face.
I mean, like you do, right?
So that's with a -6 to his attack.
Ilona isn't going to do anything, but she's drawn her sword as soon as they said for the death.
I'm just watching.
The
I'm just
moment you
watching
draw
Spirit.
your sword, you notice the two other guards put their hands on their sword and they look at you. They seem to be more concerned about you rushing in, but they keep an eye out.
What do I roll dodge?
Yeah, you have to roll dodge higher than a 9. Shit, I could have. That's okay. He's got a second fast attack, and this one he's not gonna aim anywhere. Now, if you want to dodge again, you can do so, but there is a penalty.
Okay.
Because you're dodging more than once.
What if I just parry this one?
You can try to parry it. Parry it is a swordsmanship test with a -2. But if you succeed, you stagger me, which means that I have a -2 to my defense next turn. So it should be easier to get him. That would be an 18 this time.
That's a 20.
You easily parry his blow. And now he's going to be staggered with a -2. It is now your turn, Kahir.
So yeah, as he staggers, I think I just bring the sword up for a great strike to the back of his neck.
So strong attack to the head.
Yeah.
That's with a -9, you know that.
I've got luck points.
All right. He is going to raise his blade, not to parry because he's staggered, but to block Go right ahead.
I forgot to do the minus.
It's okay, he succeeds anyway, so he blocks your attack with his sword.
All right.
And says, a careless stroke. And he goes for a pummel strike to your face. Pummel strike. Weapon attack, you can non-lethally strike it. Oh, no, he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to take you non-lethally. He's actually going to try to disarm you.
Okay.
So you can attempt to parry or dodge, but block would mean that you'd be disarmed. So either parry or dodge.
I can't simultaneously attack him.
Wait, was that? Yeah, that's only because it's my second fast attack. That's why.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess I'll parry.
Mm-hmm.
What's my minus?
Never mind. Never fucking mind. Let me roll for fumble.
I got 20.
Yeah, sure. He's about to humiliate himself.
Fumble.
That's my second D10, 3. So I got a wow. I got a 10 total.
That's a critical fail.
Okay, 3. No major fumble. All right, we're good.
It's a minor fumble.
It's nothing important. He goes to disarm you, to strike at your fingers, but misses, goes a few inches too high, and just strikes the guard of your blade. And you just armlessly deflect it. It is now your turn, Kihir.
Is there a way that I can knock him off balance?
Yes. That would be making like a trip attack if you wanted to. You want to drop him prone?
Or if I charge him, will that drop him prone?
Charge him.
Like shoulder check him?
Shoulder checking, yeah, that would be a prone attack, trip attack.
Okay, yeah.
It is, if you shoulder check him, then that would be using brawl instead of swordsmanship, but yes.
Yeah, so I think I fling his sword to the side and just step in with my shoulder and try and lift him up off the ground.
Alright. He's going to try to dodge you. At least he's consistent in his, rolls. He's got the same bonuses regardless of what he does. 16.
Luck points.
I'll save him.
Right.
Also, how much stamina have I lost so far?
2 points of stamina per times you defended against a second attack, so that would be 6 points so far.
Cool.
Have luck. Don't forget your luck.
No, that's what I always say. Ariella's just watching this very interested. This is...
The Lord Doran says, okay, this is enough.
What, you ready to give up?
He goes in for 2 successive quick blows. That's Streamlabs, not Roll20. So the first one would be a 16. The second one would be a 17.
Can I parry both of them?
Yeah, I'm just rolling them one after the other. I can't roll higher than a 4 tonight. What is this?
Well,
Oops.
Are you rolling target location too?
Oh, not yet. It's only when I hit that I'm gonna roll target location.
Oh.
The penalty to target location is if you call your shot to that
Oh.
location precisely. And so you parry, and then cheap shot. He quickly draws a dagger and tries to stab you with it, with a 23.
Can I catch it in my teeth?
Oh,
Well,
wait.
you
No.
can defend against it, but that would cost you another 2. Right now, that for this turn you lost 2 points of stamina. You would lose an extra other 2 points.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll deflect that blow. Or I'll try at least.
Oh.
No.
The dagger goes in your. I don't know where, because I need to roll.
Location.
Yeah, I know. I need to roll a d10. It's because, guys, I don't have a sheet like you, so
Why didn't you make one?
yeah, I should make one. 6 is in your left arm. So he drew his dagger just up and into like the right in your armpit and stabs you with it. So you are going to take 8 points of damage. Do you have any armor on your left arm?
I have bracers.
Yeah.
You
Do
have
I get to
bracers
use
with-
my bracers.
Or stopping power.
Yeah, I think that your bracers are part of your armor. Equipped armor.
Okay.
Yeah, left arm, 4.
Cool.
So you reduce the damage by 4, which means that you only take 4 points of damage.
But it's
Okay.
also left arm.
But it's
so-
also left arm, so it's divided by half. So you take 2 points of damage as he lightly grazes your armpit. Like he
Right.
tickles your armpit. That's how good he is at fighting, guys.
just grazes you.
I am trying to pose a threat.
It's not working.
Kihir, it's your turn.
So yeah, Kahir like steps back and clutches his arm closed and says something witty like, "Oh, cheap shots, huh?" And
The shade.
I know, right? And I think I'm gonna go for another strong attack to the head.
All right. Do you want to spend luck points beforehand?
Can I see what I roll and then spend luck points?
Yeah, sure. I'm
Alright.
a benevolent DM, even though that's not in the rules.
Well, I mean, if the rules say I have to spend it beforehand, I'll
I'm letting you spend it after because to me it doesn't really matter.
okay. I just have to.
Wait, does he have luck points? Oh shit, I do have luck points.
Oh.
Hey, I
Oh,
should
no.
start using them. I have 7.
What's my penalty for?
-3 for a strong attack, -6 for a headshot.
Do I put that in, or does it automatically figure that?
If you
Because
roll,
I said strong attack head.
it's already taken into account.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is already taken.
Please not a crit. Please not a crit. Okay, cool.
Ooh,
Do you want to
That's
spend luck points on that?
no.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. So that was your strong attack, boom, and a miss. And he says, anything is good as long as you win. And he just starts pummeling you with everything he's got. He doesn't even care anymore. He's just trying to hurt you. You're not wearing any armor, are you?
I've got it's
A
like
gambazon
a
or something?
yeah. It's like I think it was like one step up from a gambeson. Like it had like metal plates like sewn into
Oh
it.
yeah, okay. So you're practically unarmored compared to
Right.
this guy in a breastplate,
Mm-hmm.
and still he's not able to cause a. Hey, what you're gonna do with the first attack? Considering I have a 31, you're gonna want to dodge or you're gonna want to parry?
I like jumping. Let's dodge. Sorry, I'm real good at this game. I have
No,
to find.
it's okay.
I have to find
Dodge
jumping.
is under Dex.
Ooh.
You can click the critical button.
Critical, critical.
Oh, on the character sheet.
Yeah,
Yes,
or roll a
yeah.
single d10. I'm okay with
Yeah.
either or. Oh, come on! He would have struck you in the chest. Like, just... no, the right arm. He would have probably cleaved your right arm. But you just deftly dodged out of the way. He uses 2 luck points.
Okay.
So I'm not critting, but I'm going to at least cause you some amount of pain.
Okay.
Ooh. 16 minus
Minus
4, 12, divide by half. You take 6
6.
points of damage.
I'm fine.
But that was only his first attack. The second one is a 22, and the third one is a 21.
What? Why does he get so many attacks? He's such a cheater.
Well, he
Can I-
has... I'm burning through all my stamina as well.
Can I parry both of those?
Yeah, you can attempt to parry both of those. He doesn't have a whole lot of stamina left either. You can see it in his face. He's tiring. The first one would be a miss. And the second one is a success. So he's going to have a -2 because you succeeded in parrying. You also lose 4 points of stamina. I don't know what your stamina is at the moment.
Do I have to tell you?
How tired are you, Steven?
I'm about not half tired yet.
Okay, this is in your left arm again, and you would take 11 minus 4, 7, 3 points of damage. He's just wearing you down with nicks and cuts, but for the
Working.
spectators, yeah, it seems that Kahir's luck is starting to go foul.
I'm
Yeah,
starting
Ilona
to...
is like not. I mean, she's not saying anything, but like, you know, the one hand that isn't holding her sword is like.
I think she can tell
Ariella's
that I'm like
starting to get-
favoring that side.
Ariella's just looking at this Lord Doran and is just like, she could probably tell that he's getting tired. There's like a lot of sweat coming down his face.
Oh yeah, it's especially for a Witcher. You notice like you would, in the blink of an eye, you would know how to finish this. But it seems that Kahir is also toying with him. Kahir is trying to go for the spectacle and not the... He's going for the show and not the efficiency, because he could probably finish this. But
He
we'll
could
see. Kahir, it's your
probably
turn.
Finish this. He would.
Cool. I'm a double fast attack.
All right. Those are my 2 rolls to dodge.
Oh. Okay.
Success, success. Success, do you want to burn points? Because it's only 3 points away. Oh no, I have a crit, so I'm going to roll an extra d10.
You gotta
Yeah,
roll
that's cool.
2 of them.
Yeah, the first one is 28, the second one's a 29. He dodges out of the way. Let me just check for... Yeah, okay, he is very tired. And he goes in for one last... he has 6 points of stamina left. So he's going for one last called shot to the chest, trying to just impale you on his blade.
A parry.
Well, I hope.
I am ready. Like, outside of character, I am ready to humiliate this dude. I am
16! I'm gonna burn all of my luck left to bring it up to a 20.
Take him down! Luck points! Luck points!
Yeah, I'll spend one luck point to bring it up to a 20.
Oh, you're not gonna bring it to 21?
He lunges with his sword. Would have plunged it in your stomach, but one of your metal plates catches the sword, bends and pops off of your brigandine. You feel the pain and the burn inside just from the sheer impact of the blow.
Mhm.
But you were saved by a sheet, a quarter of an inch thick.
I think we do hear Ilona like gasp,
Mhm.
scream.
I'm just inside laughing because this guy's getting humiliated.
Doran is drenched in sweat, and he's like, "Let's finish this, pup. I'll show you the might of a real Nilfgaardian knight.
Okay, buddy.
Come on," and he clings his blades together. And you hear Idrik, Ariella, and Ilona. You hear the two guards mutter to one another.
Do I hear it?
No, but you hear them say, "Should we stop the Lord?" Oh, fuck you, Steven. Is that some sort of cold shot thing, or okay? No, you're just aiming for aiming.
Yep. That was a heavy attack, though.
You got a 26. It is. Is it a crit? 26.
7.
It's a 7, so no, it's not a crit, but it is a hit.
The,
No, it is
you-
a crit. 26 against 19. It's a
Oh!
light crit. All right, roll for your hit location.
Hit location. Hit location. It's the torso.
Ouch.
All right. So there's no modifier to the damage. You are going to add a +3 to the damage that you roll. And by the way, because your sword is balanced, you get to roll an additional 2d6 + 2.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Oh my god. It's starting to get fun.
Extra.
20.
And click on the critical button on your sheet, please.
Again?
Yeah,
already put-
because
He already put it in, didn't he?
no, but there's a crit fumble button
Oh.
because I need
Oh,
to
y-
know the number.
I got a 2.
Oh, you got a 2? All right.
He already rolled it. That's what I was saying.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
That would be. Yeah, we'll go with that. A cracked rib in addition to everything. You pierce through him. Did that add the +3? That did not add the +3, so that's 25. 31 points of damage to his chest. 31 minus 8, that's a 23. 23 damage. He lets go of his dagger and lifts a hand up, and he's like, "Enough! I've had enough." Oh shit, I have to make a stun save. You might not even be able to say enough. Because he
Stun
might
save.
just be. Nah, okay, he's still up. Yeah, so he says, "Enough. Enough. I've had enough."
I thought you said this was to the death.
You wouldn't kill a bleeding old man, would you? And here, I'm letting it up to you. If you want to finish this now, you can easily finish this now. His head is bent, his neck is exposed, he's clutching his wound. You could easily just withdraw the blade and just finish it. I'm not even gonna ask you to roll. He is, for all intents and purposes, just down.
I just go kick him over.
Okay, just out of your curiosity, make your kick damage roll. Just in case.
It was more of a push.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like an actual kick to the teeth.
No, I'm not like, wah!
All right. You
It's
just
more
push
like I
him.
step up and just push him. Yeah.
You push him on the ground, and the two guards just immediately jump over to him and pick him up. And one of them carries him, the other one takes the weapons, and he just glares at you, but nods. And they both leave with a very broken and he might possibly die from his wounds days later, but y'all don't know that yet. Kahir is victorious.
Yeah! I just go up to him, just like, I'm impressed.
Before you get there, Ilona has already like dropped her sword on the ground and has run over to him.
Yeah, as you approach Kahir, she's all. I figure you're just like hugging him.
Yeah, she's
I'm
like,
ooh, ah.
no. She goes over to him and is immediately like checking his wounds. Like
He's
Just a
honestly
flesh
has a lot. He's gotten wounded more than that before. It
Okay.
didn't show that much, but Kahir was probably just toying with the man. And then Ariella comes in, congratulates you, taps you on the back.
Yeah, I'm just like, that was a pretty impressive battle. I've never seen a good Nilfgaardian humiliated like that before.
Ironic.
Idrik, what do you do?
I'm gonna just roll my eyes and just quietly mutter the words to a healing spell targeted at Kahir. So that way he can heal up his damage.
Bork.
No, you're not healing the other guy.
No, he called me son.
So just roll your d10 for the. Well, I mean, how much health have you lost, Kahir, in total?
I am at like 2/3 healthy. I'm at 29 out of 40.
You'll be fine. You'll regain
Yeah.
40 anyway over the
You'll be
next
fine.
8/10 of a minute.
Yeah, you'll be
Your
fine.
wounds just slowly close. While this is all happening and everyone is very hyped up on adrenaline, I want all of you to roll an awareness check.
An awareness. Okay. Put awareness. Awareness. No.
I don't even know
16.
why I bother.
I
you
have
just gotta set higher DCs.
Well, it's because like 25 is something that's really, really high. So I'm like, normal DCs should be around 15. One of them might fail, but okay, sure, whatever.
I have 16.
I might start to put higher. Yeah, you all get it.
Yeah.
In the trees surrounding the clearing, they're far enough away, but there are multiple crows, or are they ravens, looking at you.
It's my god. It's my
They're too far away for your medallion to shake.
Yeah.
You notice them, all of you, because they fly away. And you hear one, or maybe all of them at once, say the same thing. They were supposed to be in Vizima.
Talking birds.
Ilona will look at Kahir and say, "Them again."
Oh, are those the birds that you saw?
How many eyes did they have?
They're too far to notice, but they're very big for birds. Like when you see them fly over, they're not regular crows or regular ravens.
I think so. I mean, unless talking birds are, common to this area.
What did they mean by they were supposed to be in Vizima?
I think us. Our
They-
plan was to go to Vizima.
But why would they be concerned of our whereabouts?
I don't know. They seem to be following us.
Because we have their book.
That is true. We do have their book, so they probably have more eyes on us than ever.
And on that pun, we're gonna take a short break. I'm gonna go grab another coffee.
Wait, what pun? I didn't.
You just said it. They have their eyes on us.
They got more eyes on us.
We'll be back in 5-ish minutes. See you later, everyone. I don't know why I'm counting. Hi, everyone. You saw me count because the mics were muted. Oh, pro streamer.
Pro streamer!
That's okay. That's all right.
Yay.
We are back.
Yay!
Post. Someone's doing. Is it me?
Hmm?
There was feedback for a moment. Okay, it's gone. We're back. Like I said, the flock of ravens, flock of crows, or whatever they are.
A murder of
Flew away.
crows.
Yeah, but in this case, well, I mean, if I say a murder, it might be too on the nose. They flew away, leaving all four of you in the clearing, with actually quite a lot of blood on the grass. Now that I come to think of it.
Yep.
What do you do?
Edric is going to kind of pull out the book and get everybody up to speed on the connections between the crows and the book, and he's going to like pull out the parchment and kind of explain to them that they need to not, if they want to look at the book, that's fine, but he needs to be there because they need to not open it and like futz with it if he's not there and about. And he says, and what is more important is that this book belongs to a very powerful mage. Have you heard of Triss Marigold?
Who hasn't heard of her? I think Ariella would definitely know of her. Would Ariella know?
I mean, of all of you, Ilona is the one that's the most susceptible to knowing her.
Okay.
Or having heard of her. Because, I mean, as much as we know them because of the books and everything, in the world of The Witcher, you would know Triss Marigold if you were interested in military history. So we can always check and make
I've read a lot of
roll.
books.
Yeah, but she's too recent to be in a book.
Right.
Things happened only a decade ago. Most of the books that were written, are probably still being written at the moment about
Right.
what happened at the Battle of Bruges, Sodden Hill. But if you want to roll a education check,
Oh, perfect.
anyone except for Ilona. Ilona, you know who she is already.
Okay. Education. I rolled a 15.
Yeah, you've heard of her.
Yeah, I've heard of her.
21.
Yeah, Edric as well, especially since you're a wizard. The DC was less for you because of your career, like.
But she is not a person to be trifled with. We may wish to consider returning the book or destroying it entirely.
Well,
Well, it seems like either way we're gonna meet up with.
I suspect that if we destroy Triss Marigold's property, it will end poorly for us.
Well, it didn't belong to her originally, so I guess
Yes.
it depends on how you view ownership.
I mean, yes, but I don't think she will accept that.
We're probably gonna run into her sooner or later, so
If she's written her name on the book, it's hers now in her mind, and we should probably go back.
Can I write my name in the book?
I mean,
Would that make it mine?
I would not recommend that.
it's probably not the best idea here.
Idric, did you explain the magical woe betide anybody who does not return this to Trish Marigold?
Yeah, he's
the
gonna
glowing warning at the back.
he's gonna open up the back of the book and show off the mark, and then translate it verbatim. Would I know that this could work as like a tracking device as well?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
it's something that you remember in Banard or the other. No, you went to study in Novigrad. to prevent theft of books or other magical paraphernalia, the mages they affix like their signature to it, and it's something that using, like, of course, if you're just, out and about, you probably won't realize it. But if you have the proper equipment in your laboratory, you can basically track it down like a GPS, and you would know where it is. Some teachers even use this as a conduit to cast hexes. It's not powerful enough to be able to cast spells through it, but it would be powerful enough, for example, to give someone a headache. A headache, the farther away they are from where the book is supposed to be, the more painful the headache is. So it's something that could be done. She hasn't done anything like that. You guys would have felt it, or especially Ariella with your necklace, you would have felt it.
Yeah, I would have.
Right now, it's just like a signature. It's been magically affixed to the book.
My instructors in Nilfgaard, they would do this to their books to make sure we left them in the library. She can find us with this.
Do you
Well,
think it'd be
then-
the same for the other books?
No, it's not entirely translated. I think she's only found a couple, one or two. There's 8. There's 8 books, just like there's the 8 birds.
That would make sense in that case.
We will need to. I've on this parchment. I've written everything I found. We need to discuss later the truth about this book and the terrible danger it poses to all of, Redania, Temeria, Nilfgaard. If it's not too late, I think we might need to talk to your former friend here.
I don't think that's a good idea, considering what we did to her husband.
I don't think that should be an issue. I don't think the book is no longer in possession.
What makes you say that, Ari?
I was at the port before sunrise, and I saw something on her boat. It wasn't quite clear to me because I think she was hooded and gave a package that looked like the book to a man with a red eye patch.
Oh, that's bad. In order to get certain dark powers, you need to undergo a ritual and sacrifice an eye. Dark magics. It's all cut this off here and lop off that hand there, and it's terrible.
Well, she had intentions of selling the book anyway. It looks like she did it already. They're probably still in Novigrad. I'm not too sure. Following them would be the best idea.
Would I know about magic that could make you turn into a bird, Simon?
Polymorphism is a rare skill indeed. There are very few. You can almost count them on the fingers on one hand. The amount of spellcasters that are able to polymorph themselves. One of the most well-known of them all is a sorceress by the name of what's her face. Sorry, I forgot about her. Philippa Eilhart.
Is she related to that
Lord.
other guy?
Yep, that's it. They're both same family, same. If you look at the family tree, they're like one next to another. It's they're part of the very well-known noble family hailing from Novigrad, called the the that's their name. Their name is literally the no, but Philippa Eilhart, one of the prominent member of the Lodge of Sorceresses, and the advisor to the King of Redania.
I relay this and I say, it's not unheard of, but so rare. It's possible that the person with the book just flew away.
Oh, one more thing. She
Yes.
could only turn into an owl and nothing else. It's like her Patronus, if you will. The other creature that can turn into anything at will, there are Dopplers and dragons.
Unless there's a dragon working with them, or Dopplers, maybe. Either way, this is getting scary, but I am afraid of the consequences of inaction here.
It's getting quite boring just staying on the field and just talking about it. We should head back.
Yes, I'm gonna tuck the book away and put the parchment in like the front page. And
So, plans to go to Vizima then?
do we either find Triss or she finds us? We could, in theory, and I'm saying this as I'm walking with my staff, we could try to speak to Philippa. Maybe try to find if there are any other mages seeking polymorphistic powers.
Yes. Well. Excuse me. Ilona sneezes because it's cold.
That's why we're heading back to Novigrad. Got nothing to do with this field.
I don't know about you, but I could use breakfast.
Yeah, I'm to be honest, I'm starving.
I've worked up an appetite. And I'm all out of potatoes.
Yes.
I will see about chartering us a boat.
You should eat too, Lona.
I don't have the appetite this morning.
All right, so as half the group heads out to...
But
Oh,
like
yep.
as they're walking back,
Uh-huh.
Ilona wants to kind of like hang back with Kahir or like walk with
Oh.
Kahir kind of away.
Before
just
you
gonna
leave for the boat, the boats.
Kahir, please promise me you won't ever do that again.
I'm sorry, Luna.
I was so scared.
This might sound weird, but I was hurt. And lashing out physically was all I knew what to do. And this new beginning I thought I was going to have seems like we're right where we were.
Do you feel better having almost beaten a man to death?
I feel like that job is done. But I'd feel better if you forgave me.
For what? You haven't done anything. I've done everything. I really deserve. I really should be asking for your forgiveness.
For acting out. That wasn't proper of me.
Do you want me to leave?
Not at all. I'd really like you to stay.
Even though I
He
can't.
reach- I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. Please interrupt.
I was going to say he reaches his hand out and he says, if you'd like to stay.
I would. I just. I don't want you to resent me.
There's no resentment. Maybe he kind of looks down when he says this, unsure of himself, and he says, maybe one day I'll prove myself to you. Maybe one day I'll act worthy of that song.
Yes, I suppose we'll have to find some other heroic event for you to do.
This wasn't quite as heroic as I envisioned it.
No. Perhaps if you save the king of Redania.
Perhaps.
Is that the country that is that?
Yes,
Full
yes,
Test
yes.
rules? Okay.
No, Full Test is in Temeria, but
It's
Redania is where
Temeria,
you
okay.
are at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it makes sense as well.
Yeah.
It's where you are, so
I'm sorry, I don't know Witcher things.
it's okay.
Either. I was just going along with it.
it makes a lot of sense for where you are.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Ariella.
Yeah. So me and Ejik are walking. They're a little farther behind. I'm just gonna take this opportunity now to look to Ejik. Say, so about that confession that you made a couple of days ago.
I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Know how I feel about lying.
I mean, technically, it's not a lie. Technically,
But
I
I-
didn't say anything. I just thought really, really loudly.
I know that being a Witcher, I don't understand the notion of these feelings, but some way, just deep inside me, I want to. Maybe because I want to learn it, because of my history. And I don't know why, but ever since we've been apart, watching the sunrise has been lonelier than they usually have been. You've made the sunrises brighter when we watched it together. And in a way, I miss that. You make this. This sounds very unlike me, but you make the sunrises of new days better when you're with me. And I want that feeling again. So I guess in the Witcher way possible, I guess I accept how you feel. And I give it to you back.
Eager just kind of stops walking for a moment. And then he grabs Ariella into a hug and kisses her. And he stops and he thinks for a moment. He says, Ari, I've focused on the wrong things for too long. I thought I needed money and gold to prove that I was worth things. And that I don't know. He takes off his necklace and he puts it in your hand. This was maybe the most money I've ever spent on a thing. I want you to have it, so you will always know that you are more important to me than anything else.
If Ariella had emotions right now, she'd be crying. But she doesn't. So she's just gonna clutch it tight. And she's just gonna go. The next sunrise, watch it with me.
I promise.
Good. And she's gonna put the necklace somewhere important. Because she already has 2 on right now, so she's not gonna put a 3rd one on. It
I
just
mean, you
looks-
can have a collection.
Of course, I can have
Mr.
a
T.
And she's just gonna take Idric's hand and just continue walking with him.
All right. The 3 of you, Kihiro included, will head back to the Black Stallion. I was going to say Ariella. Ilona, you want to go charter a boat? Are you interested in Braith's boat? Or
No.
any... Okay, not that one.
Well, I think something to take us down the river, right? Because
Yeah.
that's the fastest. You said that was the fastest way to Vizima. So no, I would not like to take Braith's boat,
All right.
but I would like to take some kind of
A boat that is
Boat.
sturdy enough for you to...
Also, rest of the party, I promise I'm not being an edgelord and alone. Ilona is just literally too hungover to eat.
I'll say for the purposes of this, make a business check, please.
A business check.
Yeah,
Is that a skill? Oh, it is a
Isn't that-
skill.
it is a
Wait,
skill.
When it's business time.
Yeah.
Let's get down.
We'll start with that because I figure this is not how you're gonna actually score the boat.
Okay, yeah,
But
that's
you still need to ask around.
I'll start it normally. I find a boat.
There's actually many boats, but there's one that you notice that strikes your fancy, partly because it is quote unquote exotic, but also because of who helms it. It is a Skellige boat, which
Oh.
means that it is like a Viking.
From Fantasy Sweden, right?
Fantasy Sweden. And of course, they are amongst the world's best navigators. They, it's their navy is the strongest in the world. They know how to handle themselves through storms, through anything, and they are normally. They have a somewhat good relationship with elves and other non-humans. Like, they're not very...
Yeah. They're not so racist.
They're not racist. Yeah, that's it. And they do like the appeal of coin. And so I think this is the ship that, that attracts you the most, if only because it has, it checks all the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Also,
thus...
who am I speaking to?
Yes, you are speaking to someone called Grimhilde.
Okay.
It's like Grimhildr.
Okay.
Grimhilder.
Grimhilder. Are they female presenting?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Long. Well, not long, but short. A short ponytail, brown hair, couple of freckles on her face. Built like a truck. She has the width, like her shoulders are as wide as a regular man would be in full plate armor. And
Awesome.
she has you know how we call people like barrel chested? She's
Yeah.
barrel armed.
She's my hero.
She
and-
big.
She big, and she's currently mooring the ship and making sure everything is safe. And she's yelling at like two other burly men, blonde, both of them, with a thick, scruffy blonde beard. They both look almost identical. And she just keeps yelling at them, like, Hewin, get this rope out of the way, Mewin, do this, do that. And they're like, aye, aye, Captain, aye, aye, Captain. And they just work as hard as they can. And she, if she had a whip, she would be cracking it.
Hello.
Ah, yes.
I'd like to charter a trip to Vizima.
She looks around, says, are you sure you got the right person, lad? So, we sell the seas. We don't sell rivers. But, and she looks you
Thought
up
you
and...
could.
Yeah, she looks, do you wear, like, a money pouch or anything on you? Like, do you present a certain amount of wealth?
She wears very simply made clothing, but it's usually dyed very brightly, which is like kind of like they're not nice fabrics, but they're expensive dyes.
Okay, so it shows that you are a
Also,
person
I'm
of certain
assuming I
means.
got my money back from Itrick.
All right. So she looks you up and down, and you see her eyes like stay on the various pieces of fabrics you have, your pouch, your bow sticking out of your back. And then you figure she just does like another once over, but she's probably just not looking at what you're wearing. And she's like, well, I could use a couple days off. How much?
How much are you looking for?
You're playing a dangerous game, Elf. I'm always looking for more.
More what?
More everything. More ale, more coin, more glory, more sex, everything.
I'm sure I could satisfy one or two of those needs.
Not money. She says, is it just for your lonesome alone?
No. There'll be 4 of us.
Hmm. She looks back at her ship, which is, you know, like a Viking Drakkar boat, except that this one has a small cabin. I'm not even gonna ask you to roll. Let's assume you succeed.
I
on
mean,
seduction.
but
Okay,
I
roll
want to.
seduction. Roll seduction. Just to mess with you, I'll say it's a DC 25.
Okay.
Just to see if you can fit.
I think Simon just left and went home.
She looks
I
back.
was literally expecting you to just be like, okay, I can't do this. It's sleeps.
Whoa, wait, that's actually a crit. You rolled a 10. No, okay, your stat was a 10.
No.
You rolled an 8. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled an 8,
Shoot,
but
okay.
I mean, I didn't add tech or have it. Did I add?
You didn't add
Technically, I
your
did not
makeup.
add my +2 because of makeup. So that's actually a 28.
So she looks back at the ship. She looks at her cabin and says, well, my cabin can only fit, well, me and perhaps one more. I have some very nice furs, but not enough to cover more than a pair of bodies.
Oh, I'm sure we'll be fine. We have camping equipment. We're used to sleeping rough.
Good. Then, where do you want to go?
Vizima.
You see she is visibly displeased by the name of the city and says, Further. That's quite far inland. Alright, but it's gonna cost you.
How much?
£50 apiece. There's 4 of you, that's 200 crowns. We bring you there, but we don't offer any protection. We get attacked by anything, I assume you can defend yourself.
30 crowns each.
She rolls her eyes and says, alright, 30 crowns it is, if only because you'll make for some fine company for the next week.
I'm surely more interesting than she looks at the two burly men.
Oh, my
Should've-
brothers. Yeah, I know, they're adults.
Yes.
They can do simple tasks, can't you? And she looks back at them, and you notice that they stop working and they're just gawking at you. And she's like, hey, what did I say? Get back to work! And they just fumble their way onto the dock, and they keep doing what they were doing. And she says, well, I was thinking of leaving tonight. So, if you can get all of your friends or family or what have you up on the ship, am I expecting 4 elves?
No, for 2 humans. And 3 humans, actually. Yes.
Meh. Alright. We're leaving tonight. As soon as the moon rises. Which leaves you, you know, like a better
Yeah.
part of a day. And says, I want the payment tonight.
Yes, of course.
And then just, you know, goes back to her thing. She doesn't salute you. She doesn't wishes you well or anything, farewell or what have you. She just turns around and keeps shouting stuff at the brothers.
Yeah. Yeah. Alona on our way back will buy some kind of jewelry. Although I just realized that like part of her like clothing is she has a lot of jewelry on. So she probably has a box for her clip, her hair clip. If she
Oh,
ever
yeah,
wants to
yeah.
walk away, yeah. So yeah, she'll just go find her friends and tell them what's going on.
Cool. Everybody else, you sat down at the Black Stallion during that time to eat.
I'd
Today's
be sitting next to Ginger. Just because.
holding hands under the table, I wager.
Yep.
You are served smoked sausages and eggs, which is probably one of the better meals you've had in days.
Yep. I need some meat in my bones.
Yeah, there's quite a few. So you're free to eat and everything. This was part of the deal that you had for your room, so you don't need to pay for anything. And as you're eating, the door swings open and enters Alona. Unless there was anything you wanted to do, like a scene you wanted to have
No,
during lunch.
no.
No, I meant not Alona, but the
Oh,
3
sorry.
others. Nope.
No,
Nope. All right.
not really.
I was thinking Ilona just walked in with Kahir with a sausage in his mouth.
Of course.
I got to a ship.
Well, that was quick.
Yes, it's 30 crowns each.
Seems reasonable.
I think so. I didn't want to try to go any lower.
Who did you charter with?
Oh, some Skelliger?
Skelliger, I think.
Skelliger family. They very graciously offered to sail inland for us.
Isn't Skellige at the war with Nilfgaard? No, nobody's.
I mean,
Nobody's at war with.
Isn't everybody at war with Nilfgaard?
Yes. But the islands of Skellige are pretty much just they raid just about anyone. So they're not technically loyal to any side. They do their own things.
Yeah, they're just neutral.
Yep.
They're just Vikings.
They're Vikings. They plunder.
They're Vikings. Yeah, that's fine. They don't mind. They don't mind Witchers. I don't think. Do they? I don't know. Oh well.
You've
I
never
didn't
been
say
there.
anything about it, just in case. I mean, it will be pretty obvious when you come on that you're like, "Hello, I'm a Witcher." But
Yep. Hello.
They may pose a problem at the gates, but
I don't think so.
you have a way with words. I'm sure you can talk us out of it.
I
And
have a way with everything, dear.
you do. Besides, we have this, and he pulls out, and Edric pulls out the writ from the betrayer Witcher.
That's not going to do us any good because it's for Nilfgaard.
Yeah. This is
Vizima.
Vizima, not Nilfgaard.
Vizima's in Nilfgaard, isn't it?
No, it's
Oh.
in
No, it's not.
Temeria.
That's a Temeria.
It's in the north.
Look, all right.
If you have
Got
roll
it.
20, do you have roll 20 open?
America.
I am
There's
bad
a-
at real world geography, and
There's a map. Temeria is the only thing I know because I've only played the one Witcher game.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you look at in roll 20, Manny, you'll see me pinging Vizima.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
right there. See?
Yeah.
you know what? Edric is having a weird morning, so he says it in character anyway. But he's like, wait, no.
No, I mean, it's to the south. I can understand you getting mixed up.
Nilfgaard,
Just
everything
start
north is
eating
there.
your food. I'm just gonna pat him on the back at this point because just my intellect feels very bad for him. It's okay. It's okay. This just reminds me just last night all over again with that darn card.
Oh. Hey, Steven,
Yes.
roll a d10, please.
What?
Do I get a bonus?
No, just a straight d10.
I forgot about the card.
It's a 1.
Oh, I'm
You're eating, and then you hear rattling in your left arm. There's something under your bracer.
You got hit in the left arm a whole lot.
What in the world could this be? I like dig it out.
I did ask you to hold on to it until after we got out of Novigrad, so you don't.
The protective sheath around the card has been shattered. The card itself is slightly bent, but is still in one piece.
I'm like, oh, it'll be fine.
Idric has Manny's face at the moment. Livid.
It's Alona will just like take the card out of his hand and be like, I'll keep it in my journal, pressed.
See, I knew I needed one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about putting it in my saddlebags, but I thought that wasn't good enough.
I'm just gonna start rubbing his back more, just to like,
Yeah.
just like trying to be a good person.
Ilona
Fine.
Ilona will like put it in the back of her journal, which Kahir notices is missing, like is a lot thinner than it had been before. And like places it at the bottom of the bag so that like if she was pressing a flower.
Mhm.
Oh, it will be okay. Oh, it will be okay.
I push
It's
my
fine,
plate
it's-
forward and I'm like, sausage?
It's fine. It'll be fine. I don't really get how I'm supposed to do this, but you'll be fine.
Kahir, why is your sausage so spicy?
I was expecting another word, but okay.
No. That's how I like it, I guess.
I think I just ate a whole clove of garlic.
It'll put hair on your chest.
Okay.
It's gonna put hair on your head.
Edric
That's right. You're so bald.
Edric will, like, eyes watering, just try to eat the sausage.
I mean, yeah, if it's anything like Eastern European cuisine, I figure
So
there's
not spicy at all.
no, but there probably is a shit ton of garlic.
Oh yeah.
What about paprika?
Actually, it depends on the kind of paprika.
Cause some's kind of spicy.
Yeah.
So how Hungarian do you want me to get? There are like 10 varieties of paprika.
I know that's why I brought it up.
Let's just say Idrik is very, very white, and garlic butter for him.
There's
is
a whole
spicy.
clove of black pepper in there. Oh god.
Yeah, but I'm just
That makes
like
sense.
I'm trying to be like the girlfriend right now but I'm not helping at all whatsoever. It's when
You
I'm
can
trying.
you can find the whole thing funny even though your emotions are stunted.
Yeah, I find this hilarious. Outside of character, I think like inside, Ariella thinks this is all hilarious, but she cannot even express it, which is torture.
But the rest of the meal keeps on going. There's a certain calm in the situation. You aren't being pursued by anyone, despite the fact that that there are dire things abreast. It's
And eyes.
and eyes, but for once you're just enjoying a meal between friends, and nothing should come bother you. Everything's fine in the world. And I'm not even gonna spoil it up. Like, it's just that. You finish your meal, and it was like a nice break. It was a nice moment to just wind down from all of your adventures. To not be, hip deep in mud and blood and what have you.
Witch tongues.
I think yeah. I think Ilona is like very like she's sitting beside Kahir, and at first she kind of she's kind of like awkward about it, but then like I think eventually just like kind of gets into the rhythm of things again and like starts like leaning against him again and drinking his coffee because she needs coffee.
Very much hungover.
Yeah, like I think somebody like tries to offer her, like brings the food in front of her face and she's like, no. Please no.
No more coffee.
But yeah, I don't know. Like things are I think as normal as they can be between them. Between Kahir and Ilona anyway.
Things are great between Ariella and Adric right now.
Yeah, I mean, you look like you guys are double dating this meal, essentially.
Yeah, this is what it's basically right now.
This is the weirdest. This is the weirdest double date ever. There's a mage and a witcher on one side, and a human and an elf on the other.
Yeah.
I know.
I feel like we're like somebody's diversity poster. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say you see a bunch of merchants come in and just like commission drawings of this because This is exactly like what this is PR. This is PR gold,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, you just like see all these Scoia'tael come in being like, this is what we need.
Ilona, poster girl for the Scoia'tael.
Oh god, never.
Quick, someone invent the camera so we can get a camera.
But before you know it, the sun is setting. You spent most of the day just having a nice meal, having a good time, getting over your hangovers for some of you who are still hungover.
Oh yeah. And then and Ilona will also like take a moment to, gently let Sir Fonar go. And be like,
I forgot he was there.
yeah. I mean, he wasn't there for a lot of time, but she'll go find, unless he came to watch the duel, but
No, I think he wanted to go with you to go meet Idric. And then
we're gonna ask him about the boots.
I honestly, I just thought he got lost.
Yes, I was gonna say he got distracted by something or another, and he just...
It seemed so in character for him to just
Yeah.
get lost in the middle of nowhere.
Ilona took a left, and he just kept on going straight.
Yeah, that's it. And like something else caught his attention afterwards, and it's like...
Okay.
Butterfly.
So
It's a
yeah,
goldfish.
but I think like Ilona will ask Idric about the boots, and get the lowdown, and then like as she goes back to the room to like,
He's not there. The boots have been taken away by the Madame.
oh
He never came back.
Oh.
oh dear.
Oh boy.
He's a shape changer.
Well, so much for goodbye. You should be careful with those boots. They're cursed.
Oh, are they?
Yes, if you wear them, eventually somebody will want to kill you.
She was going to throw them in the fireplace, but when you say that, she takes them back and puts them down in a chest, and she locks it and says, well, that's always a nice leverage to have in my profession.
I suppose, yes. Just don't wear them yourself.
Don't worry about that. I tend to prefer walking barefoot, but your friend left this for you, and she hands out to you a letter and a rose.
Oh. Okay. I will read the letter.
My dear sweet Leona, I cannot come back to you this day, for I have been chosen amongst the chosen to take part in a grand tourney. That is to take place, in an undisclosed location. This is very secret, and thus for your protection and for your sake, I must quiet the voices telling me to tell you to come and meet me on Skellige. But I will not say a thing, for my word is my bond, and I have promised not to tell anyone. Next we meet, I will be a champion, and I will shower you with more than this one rose I plucked in the garden of the Passiflora this morning. P.S. Don't tell the Madame. P.S.S. Do you like me? Circle yes for yes and no for no. And that's sort of how the letter ends.
He's adorable.
He's so good and dumb and sweet. I love him.
He literally just gave you the location.
I mean, at some
Nothing-
point, I'll
Nothing
play.
bad can ever happen to him, Simon. Nothing bad ever.
I mean, if I ever have to play, a paladin or a knight with low intel, this is exactly who I'm taking for this. He is just
Oh my god.
the best.
My son. Okay. Um,
I'm dying.
But yeah, so apparently he got like roped into this tournament or what have you in Scale, and he just like probably boarded a ship like that and left.
all right.
His life is
Yeah.
full of adventure and wonder.
It is. It's so.
The
It's
day they
wonderful.
invent Con Man, he is done for.
Uh,
You know he's going to give all of his money to a Nigerian prince.
no, he'll learn. Maybe he eventually. Anyway,
Nope.
my sweet boy. Okay. Yeah, Ilona will say, like, give the rose back to the madame and say, sorry about that.
As you take the rose, you notice he didn't cut it. The roots are still
Like, yeah.
It's freshly plucked, and she says, "Yeah, I figured it was a gesture of some import. We have plenty enough here. It's all right."
Okay.
And she cuts the roots off and hands you back the rose. And she's like, "You keep it. It's yours."
Yes. Such a grand token of affection. Thank you so much for your kind hospitality.
And on that
yeah.
note, you leave.
Yeah, she'll go like carrying this rose.
As you leave, your elf ears perk up at the
I'll do
mention.
my elf ears here.
Yeah, your elf ears hear a lot of the courtesans saying, "That's strange. We all were offered a rose, but she got a letter. What is this?" And you notice there's a lot of courtesans that are just confused, holding flowers or roses in their hands and looking at you leaving, knowing that you do not work there.
Is this a Bachelor reference?
Yes and no.
Now it is?
He
Yeah.
probably felt bad to give like only a rose to one person, so he probably went like ham on the garden and plucked roses for everyone.
He's so good.
I mean, this is what the chivalric virtues ask for, right?
Yeah.
So if he needs to, he's gonna give a rose to every woman in the city. He's going to throw himself down on each and every puddle of mud so that people can walk on his back to make sure that they don't sully their dainty feet.
Oh God, I love him. Okay.
Such a beautiful man.
What a good boy.
All right.
You later on leave the Black Stallion and head out to the port. The
Port.
Nilfgaardian ship of the of Lord Doran Var or something,
Bars.
Varkarov, is no longer there.
It's gone.
Your Skellige ship is there. And you're heading that way when Idric, the hair at the back of your neck, those that you have left anyway, stand on end. And Ariella, your medallion starts vibrating.
Oh
And
shit.
you hear a whoosh behind you as a portal opens. And out comes these four five figures. One of which is somewhat older man, bald, with a scar across his face. He's wearing a dark blue robe with a high collar that is obviously popped, an amulet. He carries a staff and a sword, and he points to Idric and says to the four armored, probably a mix of chainmail and leather armor from what you can see, individuals, and says, "It's him. Idric the Wizard. You are under arrest by order of the Emperor of Nilfgaard. You come with," and then his hand lights on fire, Dead or alive? Hey, what do you do?
Okay. So, we're like in a group.
You're in a group, you're walking down. So let's say that the ship ready to go, Grimhilder is there, she's waving at you, she saw you come. They're about maybe like 30 paces away. And these people are about 30 paces away the other direction. You're like right in the middle.
All right.
Is it time to roll for initiative?
Idric's
it
gonna
depends.
give Ari a quick side glance and look at them. So, do I recognize what these are?
Well, you recognize them as Nilfgaardian mage hunters.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
You recognize them as each of them, the blade that they draw is of a bluish tinge. It is mixed with the Mitrium, which is every mage is highly allergic to, and it cancels out magic. The man himself, you recognize him as Gertrude. The mage you humiliated all those years ago and fled. And he was severely beaten for his failure. And he tracked you down.
Can I shove my bag into Ariella's arms and just, like, with a thought, I just say quickly, protect the book, and I'm gonna sprint off the other direction. I just want to.
You start. Okay, you like sprint past them.
Yeah, I'd like to try and sprint past them.
Do you want to
like-
sprint past them and jump through the portal, or do you want to
Yes.
go around the portal?
I want to jump through the portal.
Okay, so roll for initiative. Just to see if your reflexes are better than theirs.
What do I roll for it? Oh, initiative. There it is. 18.
You want to spend a luck point on that?
Bruno.
Because I'm at 18.
Yeah, I'll burn a luck point to get 19.
All right, then in that case, you act a fraction of a second before they can react. You throw yourself into the portal. What do Kahir, Lona, and Ariella do? These four figures were about to draw their blades, and they just look at Idric, shoulder checking all five of them, jumping through the portal.
I think
Okay,
Go
I'll
ahead.
I'll let you go first. I'm sorry.
I think Kahir would draw his sword and be like, "Hey, I'm the only Nilfgaardian that can hunt down that mage."
All right, Ilona, I think you're muted.
Yeah. Ilona will take her bow out
And
prepare
Ariella?
to draw.
I'm just sitting there clutching. I just take the board and I just yell as Edric goes before. I just go, Edric, no! As it was already too late.
The mage turns around, sends two of his cronies into the portal, and he turns back to you and says, "You try anything to help the mage, you suffer the wrath of the Emperor." And he starts backing away with the other twos. They're like in a triangle formation. He's in the back. They're both there.
He will survive.
You do know that whatever it is that might happen to Idric, the more of these people go back through the portal, the less chances Idric has of staying alive.
Yeah, Ilona will start shooting.
I take out my sword at this point.
Okay.
They're not going down without a fight.
Before they leave, you can I'll start with Ilona because the bow is fastest since she doesn't have to draw it because health. So go ahead, Ilona. Who do you aim for? And
Who do I think is the most danger? Probably
mage.
the mage hunt. The mage is the most okay. Yeah, I'll do
because
it.
the mage hunters they're gonna have to physically catch up to Idrik if they want to do anything. But you've seen Idrik and what he can do with magic.
Mhm.
Think about what this mage could do to Idrik. He
Yeah.
only needs to see him.
Yeah. I'll do it. I'll attack.
2 shots or a single shot?
It's 2 because I get them for free.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But I will take that extra. I'll take that third
Extra attack?
action.
Okay,
Spend
so
some
you're
stamina.
all right.
Yeah.
So 3 shots.
Gotta
Go
protect
right
my
ahead.
boy.
I'm protective, but love
Oh shit, my poor wizard.
Firing range. It's listed range, I'm assuming.
Listed range, they are within short range.
They're within short range?
Yeah.
Close or medium?
Close, sorry.
Okay.
They're not point blank, they're like right after.
Okay. And I won't do a target location. Oh my god!
Yeah, I forgot how ranged attacks can be complicated.
13. I will spend 2 luck points to
No,
make that a
it's
15.
because you checked extra action. It considers that this was your 3rd action, so it took a -3 to it. So just do it again twice.
Ooh!
Yeah, do it
Oh,
again twice.
okay.
So this is going to be your
Twice
3rd action.
normally.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I don't
no,
understand
it's
how
fine.
this works.
It is fine.
It's not an
He's
action. Standard strike.
Oh wow, he doesn't have a. He has spells to block other wizards, but not.
Where's his shield spell? Turn aside the blade.
He doesn't have it.
Well, magical shield is not in the book, so
He's
like-
going.
Ooh.
So a 17, a 21, and a 13. That I will still spend 2 luck points to make a 15.
All right, so 15, 17, and 21.
Yeah.
So let's go with 15, 17, and 21.
What?
Damn it!
wizards be dodgy boys.
Yeah, this wizard is a lot dodgy. In more sense than one.
How much stamina did that cost me?
3.
2. 3?
Yeah, for the extra 2 for the extra attack. Sorry. Kahir and Ariella, you also get an attack.
Yes.
Who
I'm
do
going
you want to
straight.
take down?
I'm going to take down the wizard. I'm
Alright.
mad at him.
And same thing, Idrik, from your side of the portal, when you step out, you turn around and you see them. You know, just like the reflection is the sight. Sorry, is a bit strange because it's like looking through water. But you still have sight on all 5 of them if you wanted to do something. Kahir, or who are you attacking? And Jillian, you can roll your attack
Okay.
roll.
So it's just a regular attack.
The mage dodges out of your first attack. And that
Attack.
is 1, 2, 3
It's a
attacks
fast
already.
Strike. The steel sword.
Oh boy,
Random location.
my poor wizard.
And bam! 26!
Okay, here's tired. He can't help it.
You don't, do you attack again? Because you're both doing fast attacks, do you fast attack again?
Yes.
That was
So-
a strong attack.
Okay, you were strong attacking.
Yeah, mine was
Right.
a fast attack.
So
like,
just
that's
roll
a
again just to see.
11. That's 11 above the.
Yeah, just roll the second attack roll because we'll do them like, you know, one after the other if need be.
Duh. Duh. Duh.
That one would be
I'm
a
gonna
20
spend.
for me.
I'm gonna spend 2 luck points for the second one.
To hit? Alright.
Yep.
So your first attack is clearly a crit.
Yep. It sure is. So
Um,
body location.
Yeah, please.
Yep. So first one is left leg.
Let's chop his leg off, apparently. Alright, well, your crit is a, you rolled 11 higher, so that's a complex +5. Roll a D, or click on the crit button on your sheet, please.
Okay.
Oh boy, add, no, that's a 10, so that's, yeah, okay, that's higher than, alright, well, I'll just, oh no, it's complex. Oh boy, that's gonna be interesting.
Oh boy, I should roll damage for the first attack though.
Yeah, you're gonna
the crit?
fracture his,
Roll again,
Yep.
because it was a 10.
oh no, because that's the hit location.
Yeah, it's a hit location.
It's
That's
just so you can roll your damage with a +10 because of the damage you did, and you will break his leg.
It's 31 points of damage.
Okay, but it's on the leg, so it's 16. He's not
Yeah,
dead.
16.
But
It's
you
16,
broke-
But I still gotta do the second location.
Sure, you broke his leg. He's
Nice.
now going to limp and will not catch up to Idrik right away, that's for sure.
Haha! I didn't tell us for second one. It's gonna be on his left arm.
Half damage again. Roll for damage.
Alright.
He doesn't have any armor on. He didn't think.
No, he did not think. That's good. This is his
That's
girlfriend
decent.
being
No,
mad
he's dead.
at-
You just cleaved through his left shoulder and left thigh in one fell swoop.
As I see Ariella do that, I'm gonna smirk, and I'd like to cast Dispel Magic on the portal.
Oh, you son of a... You know what? I'm letting you. I'm not gonna ask you to roll. You know what? Fuck it. I didn't expect that. I thought you would be running for your life. Wow. All right. The portal closes. You are somewhere in Nilfgaard. Nobody knows where you are, and the one person hunting you down was just killed by your girlfriend. Seeing this, the 4 witch hunters look at one another. Look at all 3 of you. They're about to lunch, and then they just re-advise, and they're like, we don't have anything against you, but
I'm just gonna glare at them.
don't you dare step foot in Nilfgaard. And they leave.
Yeah, you better run.
They don't want to be killed. I mean, those 3 arrows came out of nowhere.
And then I come in with a slash and kill him off.
And you pre-avenged your boyfriend. And thus you board the ship and make your way to Vizima. That's where we're gonna end tonight.
Ilona does not sleep with the pot lady, though.
Oh, no. She was just entertaining the notion that, you were someone that is very, very attractive.
That she wanted to, but she is not. Yeah,
No, she's
but she's not going to.
Grimhilder is a sailor, so she has all the behavior of a sailor.
Yeah.
But no, she's not forcing anyone.
I just wanted to make that clear. Well, no. I know there was no forcing, but like Ilona's not interested.
We'll note for next time that the 2 brothers are very interested in Ariella, though.
Ooh.
So, but on that, we're gonna end tonight. Our aptly titled episode, Departure.
Yep. I'm sad.
And let's just go around the table, do outros, and
This.
I'll do it last. So I'll start with Lauren.
Hello, my name is Lauren. I am JL_NiceGirl on Twitter. I do lots of things. I have a blog. I have a podcast called Too Many RPGs. It is a show where I talk to people about various actual play shows, and it's a good time. I also play lots of games everywhere on the internet. Check my pinned tweet to find out all of the channels that I'm on. I had a really good time. I think this was like an excellent send-off for Idrik.
I messed up the cameras 2 seconds. Okay, we're good.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is a really excellent send-off for Idrik. Like, I'm so sad that you have to go, Manny, but like, what a way to go, man. It's so badass.
This mage was supposed to be recurring.
Do not stand between a witcher and their girlfriend or their boyfriend.
This is the danger of being a mage, is that you don't wear any armor because it impedes your stamina, and you need that for spells.
He burnt Ilona. You made him burn through a third of his stamina just for dodging these your 3 attacks, and then that's what that was. That's 8, 10, 11, 12. Your whole group together burnt through half of his stamina, basically. So he wouldn't have been able to do much. Hey, Steven. Who are you? Where can we find you?
Hi, everybody. Bye, everybody. I'm Steven. You can find me on the Twitterverse at wolfwizard_, where I talk about things, mostly RPG related. And also, I'm on a podcast called Tabled Hearts, where I play a werewolf. And you can check that out at off-thetable.com.
Yeah, you guys can put all of your socials in chat. There's nothing preventing you from doing so. If you want a link to everything, do it right now. Jillian.
Yeah! Hi, everybody. Bye, everybody. My name is Jillian. I'm known as G4Gaming X on Twitter and G4Gaming1 on Twitch. These are my links right there. You can go follow me on both things. I do PS4 variety streams on my channel, and you can also find me on Tuesdays at around 2 p.m. on the RPG Lab for our Inquisition game, our all-female cast Inquisition game. It's really fun. Oh my god, this game! I just killed one of Edric's enemies. Yay!
And speaking of Idric, Manny.
Hi guys. Bye guys. My name is Manny, aka Bag of Snails. You can find my Twitter right up above at Bag of Snails. I am unfortunately quitting all streaming for a period of time just to focus on my health. So, but if you follow me on Twitter, I've taken to writing just dorky fan fiction about the gym equipment that I have to interact with on a pretty much daily basis. So it gets real hot and steamy. And not just because there's a sauna in the gym, but yeah, this game has been a pleasure. It's probably one of my favorite games I've ever played in, and I'd just like to say that, like, as like a closing thought for Edric, at least for now, he makes sure to watch every sunrise as long as he's above ground.
That is a tearjerker. Yes. Thank you, Manny, for being there. And I'm pretty sure we'll see you and we'll see Idric again with a full mane of hair later in the season. And thank you, everyone, for coming. I hope you enjoyed this session, our first since our break. I'm Simon at Wondering_DM. You have my stuff here. This is the channel. You can... we stream 7 days. I stream 7 days a week, but the channel itself has 5 shows a week. Tomorrow evening, we are launching a new show that is a Old West Cthulhu game called Go West, where we play Pulp Cthulhu as cowboys, which means I have less than 24 hours to perfect a southern drawl, which is never going to happen. But on that note, thanks
I
for
can actually
being
really
here.
help you with that.
That could be nice. Or Steven. We're going to get going and have a good Friday.
Is it
everyone.
because I live in Alabama?
Well, sort of.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeehaw!
Have a good evening.